and welcome to the channel. In this episode, I want to discuss the effect of AI on the speed of development in cybersecurity threats faced by all of us. Let me start with some articles covering specific cases and general statistics, starting with this article from PC Mag published in July of this year by Michael Kahn. Since 2023, Google has released weekly security updates for the Chrome browser, but the company is now testing a twice-weekly cadence to stay ahead of AI-powered attacks. The problem is that hackers are now using AI models to uncover software vulnerabilities and exploit them quickly. When Google publicly discloses and patches a flaw, details of exploiting the bug are often vague. Still, the very act of publicizing the fix can provide enough hints for an attacker to try and reverse engineer the issue and exploit the bug before the fix reaches users' machines. And for perspective, Chrome's market share is around 65 to 70% depending on which browser stats website you look at. That's a lot of internet users relying on Google to keep them safe. Next, we have an article from Tech Republic published July of this year by David Curry. The number of software vulnerabilities being uncovered in 2026 is on pace to roughly double the total recorded in 2025, as AI tools become more effective at identifying cyber threats. They have warned that as cyber defense tools become more powerful, offensive cyber capabilities will also grow in sophistication and use, meaning businesses of all sizes will need stronger layers of protection. The article discusses the effect on businesses, which is obviously important, but these threats are just as real for the average person. And given there is no IT department to implement policy and react to threats, the danger is more pronounced than ever for the average person. Finally, let's take a quick look at IBM's Threat Intelligence Report from this year. The headline statistics are 44% increase in exploitation of public-facing software systems and a 49% increase in active ransomware groups. So with AI automating and scaling attacks with ever-increasing speed, what can the average person do? You are told to keep your software up to date and remain vigilant, but the machines are rising in capabilities at an alarming pace. I'm sure a lot of you may have heard of the operating system Tails. If you haven't, I would recommend that you take a look at it. It was first released in 2009 and originally called Amnesia. Its primary goal was anonymity and digital privacy. My reason for talking about it is the amnesia aspect to it. Given what we have just looked at, you can make a case that you should expect to be compromised while online, even if you follow the recommended strategies of regular updates and so on. For those not aware of Tails, it boots from a USB drive and runs entirely in the computer's RAM memory. It does not access the computer's hard drive unless you follow a specific process to allow it. It is a Linux operating system, but don't let that scare you, even if you are of an older generation and not computer literate. There are many excellent YouTube videos that can talk you through setting it up, provided you always download it from the Tails website and never from anyone else. As I said, my primary reason for recommending this is the amnesia aspect of the operating system. What this means is all activities such as website cookies, trackers, and malicious code exist during the current session. Once the operating system is shut down, everything is flushed out of memory. The next time you boot up the operating system, it essentially starts like a newly installed system. Yes, this means a loss of convenience with respect to downloading files and documents and so on. For trusted websites such as financial and government institutions, you could use your preferred system with the usual safeguards, but only for the crucial business and government activities we all need to do. The minute you want to step away from them and wander around the internet, use Tails. I realize government and business sites are compromised on occasions too, but on balance of probabilities, they are more secure. It is a personal choice as to how many trusted sites you leave on your preferred OS for the convenience factor, but learning to use Tails gives you another layer of protection and it is free to use as well. Like all layers of protection, it is not fail-safe on its own. There is no single magic cure for this problem. Tails itself has been compromised in the past, in particular version 6.10. This is why you run Tails with no persistence and always do a manual upgrade. Don't use the automated feature. It is a small OS and flashing it onto the USB thumb drive is quick and easy to do. So just to finish up, this video is primarily aimed at the average internet user who has used Windows or Mac their entire lives. They have never considered trying other platforms for lack of time or technical confidence. Tails is much easier to use than you might realize, and in the modern internet environment has some unique and valuable security features built into it. I hope you got some value from this video. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you at the next one.